All right.
Okay, you're gonna sit with your groups. Yeah, they want to sit with their groups. Yeah.
I think we're just staying here as long. Okay.
It's just
Okay.
Yeah, I like Google it and it's like. I thought he was here.
I mean, she won't take extra time on the test. And I got 5 on 4. It's faster. Well, I just had it. I don't miss it. I'm really not. It just stick to it. Have you ever played it? I get stressed. She might get into her background.
Why you stand up? Yeah. Okay. Not that hard. Sit with your group. Make space between yourself and other groups. Go that way. Why are there 6 empty desks there and people standing up here? Come on, folks. Smarter than the average bear here. No, you all are. Come on. No, sit on the ground. There's desks for people. Ah! Move, people. There's desks over here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, wow. 2 empty desks. Look at that. I think you can all figure it out. It's like a puzzle for I was gonna say like 20-month-olds, but kindergartners, I don't know. I don't know what puzzles they do. I've never had a kindergartner before. I've been one. Okay, well, hello, Vivian Taylor. Hi. Okay. We've got a full class today. So those of you that are here so far on the Zoom, go to your Canvas page, go to our review unit module, and go to the page that is 422, please. And look at the first 3 documents. Everybody else in here would probably be pretty good doing that as well. And I need one person, just one, from your group to come up here and get some paper. I've got to hand out. So don't get too close to me, but come up here. Okay. Those of you on at home, see what I'm doing? I'm going to the module. Oh, module. Got it. Hey, there it is. 422. Okay, familiarize yourself with those 3 documents, please. Okay, got 4 groups in here. Beautiful. How many are in your group that are actually present in the box today? 4, 5, 6. Go give them one of those. Come back and get the other one. Go give it. How many? 4. Yeah. Go give them those. Come back and get the rest.
5.
Good.
5.
There you go. Come back, give them back and get the rest of the goods. Okay, come back. I got one more for you. 5.
Yep.
Maybe not just shuffle these papers underneath your keys and note cards, but actually look at them. Or sit here and text your mom. Yeah, exactly what you're doing, wasn't it? Your girlfriend? Many. Five. 2, 3, Okay, excellent. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, here's what. Oh, we've got some classmates that have decided they wanted to join today. Great. All right. Here is the first thing I wanted to start off class with, and that is if you look at the DBQ pre-write. So for those of you online, that is the second document down. For those of you in person, it's the one that has, it looks like an empty graphic organizer. Okay, does everyone find that? Okay, so what you have at your disposal in this pre-write right here. So you have this pre-write, which basically, if I click on it, maybe it'll actually show up. There we go. Okay, so this gives you a basically like the way to get 7 points on a DBQ. What I want you to do in your own words, I'm gonna put a timer on. Okay, timer, countdown timer. All right, so I'm gonna put it at 5 minutes. It's already at. In those 5 minutes, I want you to write what you need to do in order to get those 7 points. Okay, if you are at home, you need to type in those boxes what you need to do to get those 7 points. Does everybody understand? Jill, are you with me or are you on your phone? Bingo, turn it to the other side though. Okay, that's where you're going to be writing. Now, you have the DBQ rubric, obviously, as well, that I gave you. If you are online, the DBQ rubric is the first document. Okay, so I want you to do your best in your own words to put how you can get those 7 points each point. Go ahead and do that now. Go. I want to see what you know and what you don't know. What you know, now I know. Okay, anybody online confused at what you're supposed to be doing? Okay. So you've got about 3 minutes left. Like I said, you're trying to write as much as you can that you know in order to get those 7 points. And then we're going to have a discussion. We're at about 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Other than Cat Edwards, does anybody have an absence in their group? Anybody? No, that's fantastic. All right, so that is time. What I'm curious to see or hear from you is what you put down in those boxes based on what we've learned this year, so I can figure out kind of a baseline of where we're at now compared to where we were at in January. Okay. I think personally, I think you're way ahead of where you were in January. I think the color coding this year, adding that for myself has really helped everybody being able to understand it. And I think the computer helped, but that's my own opinion. So what we're going to do here is let's just kind of walk through each point. And if there's something said that you don't have written in the box, obviously go ahead and write it in the box, right? And if there's any kind of mnemonic cues or anything that is said that maybe will help you remember something better, write it down. They will give you like a soft rubric on the exam. Okay. In fact, anybody want to see the 20? So this is what the last exam that was actually given that was normal. Let me go back to it. So this is exactly what it looked like. And again, this is the last one we've been given. So I want to be straight up and apparent with everyone. These are the short answer. All right, so 15 minutes reading, 45 minutes writing. It tells you to respond to the prompt, the historically defensible thesis or claim that establishes a line of reasoning. So that's the roadmap. Probably in a second. Broader historical context relevant to the prompt. That's contextualization. Simple. Support an argument in response to the prompt using at least 6 documents. So that's sourcing, right? Use at least 1 additional piece of extra information, extra info, for at least 3 documents, point of view, and use the evidence to crop that one. This is the hardest one right here, obviously. Okay, right there. But here's the deal, folks. It tells you the prompt. Okay. I mean, it tells you the rubric right there. You see that? No, it doesn't give it to you in a nice, clean version. But here's the deal. On the day of the exam, you can use that as a reference tool, right? Like you can actually probably use it as a check mark. Like, did I do this? Did I do this one? Did I do this one? Okay, good. You can have what you have in front of you actually to serve as a reminder too, if that makes any sense. Okay. The thing that I would be a little like cautious of, and this is why we're doing this now instead of in 3 weeks, is you want to have this memorized so you don't even think twice about it. So it's like you already know. I think most of you from color coding can see how it should look like. Is everyone kind of at that point now? And if you just follow the blueprint, which I already gave you, I just handed out to you, follow the sentence structure blueprint. I don't see us having a problem unless it's about something that's totally we didn't talk about, or if they give you a bunch of random documents. But the thing is they won't. It's all a puzzle. They just want you to solve the puzzle, and you've been using those skills the whole year. So I think that is totally totally to your advantage. All right, so let's go ahead and take a moment then. You saw what they are asking you to do. I'm gonna change the screen share here, and I want to see what the class decided they thought was important. Where is what is this called on here? Where I download it as? Anyone else see it on there? No, no. I'll just share this for now. That'll work. Okay. All right. So, what did you put for contextualization? Kaylee. Okay. Introduction that starts broad and gets more specific. Brooke. Good. So relevant to the prompt, meaning it is in some way it starts about the prompt and it gets more specific to your thesis statement. Good. Lucy. Perfect. 3 to 4 sentences. If you only do 2 sentences, unless they're a gift from the gods, that's not going to cut it. Okay. Like, I mean, like the most bountiful sentences ever imagined. Like the Garden of Eden on steroid sentences. Okay, so don't do that. 3 to 4. Okay. Excellent. Thank you for participating. Is there anything else in virtual students? I want you to feel like you're a part of this. So please put your input in. You're only going to be going over my computer, so not everyone will hear you. Well, they might hear you, but feel free to jump in. Anything else that was missed there? Did any of you draw a funnel? Okay, that might be something to think about. A funnel with a little circle on the end, the thesis. And it will completely come down to what the prompt is. One thing that I would say to be aware of is a lot of times in that little snippet that they give you like historical facts about the topic before you see the documents, that can be a easy way to use that as contextualization, like kind of lump that in. Okay. All right, let's go to thesis statement. This is obviously, I think, probably the most important one. Katie. Okay, so a provable statement, meaning a provable through the use of the documents that relates to the prompt, uses critical thinking. Okay. Ashton. Answers the question clearly. Good. ADQ, which stands for answer the darn question. That's most important. So use the vocabulary from the question. That's so important. I can't tell you how many of you used the wrong prompt. I didn't roast you on it because I just didn't think it was appropriate at the time. But now we need to use the right prompt. So make sure you answer the correct question. Jill. Okay, 1 to 2 sentences, correct. You can split it up if you want to. I like to have it as 1 sentence, but I'm kind of OCD about like format of things. It can be 2. Ethan. Good. So the thesis should be in the introduction and again in the conclusion. You can earn a point in the conclusion. I've seen it happen before. Not regularly, but it does happen. Grace Lane. Yes. So it is a roadmap, meaning it introduces the topic sentence of each body paragraph. That is so critical. Griff Dog, you with me or are you on your computer? Okay, that's fine. That's good. It's a roadmap, meaning it brings up the topic of each of your body paragraphs. Okay, and so if again, since now I actually have students in the room, students who are at home, you can probably kind of see me. Let me see what the screen looks like. All right, so think about it this way. Answer the question. Ba, 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 ba. And then you have 3 body paragraphs. So you mentioned this is 1 answer, this is 2 answers, and this is the 3rd one that comes from your groupings. Okay. So your topic sentence, TS number 1 is this body paragraph. TS number 2 is this. TS topic sentence number 3 is this. That's the roadmap. Okay, that's what you missed out on by being able to see things in class. Okay, like actually see them. When I was explaining this the first time, does everyone understand that? Okay, and that's again, if you turn your sheets over, or those of you online, the 3rd document on that module. Okay, when I go over the format, that's exactly what it looks like. Okay, Lucy. That's a really important one, and they're starting to really harp on that right now, is the argumentative thesis. Yes. So they want you to act like a historian who knows what they're talking about. And that's going to sound weird because a lot of you are going to go, Mr. Burnett, I don't know a darn thing about this topic. So how the H am I supposed to act like a historian when I don't know anything about it? Well, hey, folks, fake it to make it. I did it the first 5 years of my career. You can do it for one day, okay? Yeah. Yes.
So let's say like while writing it, you make a strong claim, you have good evidence and basic statements and whatever. It's arguable, but also you probably won't.
Okay.
Like what if my thesis like
If you're arguing and you're arguing like directly against what the College Board thinks that you should argue,
I mean like what if
so what's going to happen is they're going to say that you misinterpreted the documents. So you won't get evidence for your sourcing. At that point in time, the only thing you can basically get is point of view, extra evidence, and maybe contextualization. So you're looking at a 3 out of 7 as your best score. But still, I'll tell you what. Do you guys want to see like Mr. Daniel Burnett play Google? If I play Google here and look, let's see what the national, yeah, on the last DBQ that was given. No, those were terrible. Because those DBQs last year were literally trash. The topics and the ones we wrote, but yeah. Okay, so let's go to probably down close to the bottom is my guess. So AP World History. Oh, this just tells you the percentages. So the average was a 2.75. 55% of people got three or higher. And you can see the scoring distribution. I'll share the screen with those of you online if you're curious. I would be. I'm curious, that's why I'm looking at it. 18% got 18.8, so almost 19% of people got a 4, and 8.6 got a 5. The thing about that is you see how 56% of people either got a 2 or 3. That never changes. I've never seen it change. It's always about that, right around that percentage. I've never seen that. I've seen this lower, like 5% on 5. I've never seen it above 10. 5 is the highest score. Yeah. No, this isn't on the DBQ. This is overall in the exam. I didn't find the DBQ. Oh, man. Oh, that's funny. Here's being jokesters. Here's some random dude on Twitter. Let's see what he had to say. So he said the same thing. All right, I'll let you know. We're off topic. Let me get back on topic. Okay, so let me change the share as well back to this whole desktop deal. Okay. So we got thesis. I think everyone understands it. Evidence. What do we put for evidence? 1. Hannah Hiddle. Using at least 3 documents. So if you can at least cite 3 documents correctly, you get 1 point. Okay. How do we cite the documents? Lucy. How do you cite them? Like, how do you get the evidence part? I think that's sourcing though. I'm saying for evidence.
Oh, so like, sorry, you can say like in document box.
Okay, so one way to use it is say according or in document number 2 or 3. What's another way to introduce a document? Hannah or Brooke, sorry. Okay, so you say something and then just say whatever you're gonna say about it, and then just use parentheses document 4. That's another way. Remember in this one, did you put paraphrase? Anyone write that? Grace, I hope you have that written down for your own sake. I just can't see your eyes. Paraphrase is important, folks, because you don't have to write out the whole quote. That's gonna take you time to type it or write it, okay? Type it realistically. All right, for evidence 2 then. Griffin, what'd you have? Supports the argument for the chosen documents, but how many is the key? How many? Yeah, Samuel. That's for evidence point 1. For evidence point 2, Stanley. So 6 out of 7. Okay, 6 out of 7. If I want to do German or European style counting, 6 out of 7, or American, 6 out of 7. They use their thumb as 1. Okay. Yes.
When you say 6 out of 7, do you mean that plus the original?
What do you mean the original?
Separate ones and then like the 3 first ones?
So, oh no, there's only 7 documents total. So 3 gets you 1, 6 gets you 2. Okay.
So 3 in each paragraph.
No. If you go back and look at the sheet that I had, you can realistically, most people will use 2 documents in each paragraph for a total of 6.
So using 6 documents to which both points for evidence, or using 3 only to 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I meant for like each one. we need,
For
like-
each one, what? We don't know what you're talking about.
Like for evidence 1, we need 3, and then that plus evidence.
Plus
2
3
is
more
6.
gets you the 2 points.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yes.
Math is hard. It's just like layers, like evidence 1 is like the first layer, like.
Yeah.
And then evidence 2 is like. Okay, that's the whole 3 more.
Ethan, you looking up those scores or what, bud? What? Nothing? All right. Tell us what you got for extra evidence. Excuse me? No. So it should be what are the documents? Beyond the documents. So it has to be a historical fact that is not already in the documents. So this is one thing you can't already come up with when you see the prompt. You actually read the documents before you come up with this. Brooke. Yes, it cannot be said in your contextualization because that's, you got to be careful. If some of you write some very fruitful contextualizations, and then what happens is you're giving away all of your information and then you didn't save it for when you need it. Okay, Grace. Historically accurate and supports the evidence. So you're not pulling out a random fact like Julius Caesar was killed on this day. Nobody cares. It needs to be related to the prompt. Good call. And it has to be a fact. You can't be like Ashton James has strawberry blonde hair. No, it's red hair. Like, you can't say strawberry blonde. That's not true. I'm just messing with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't put some vague thing down and expect to get credit for it. The people who grade these are way smarter than me. Actually, I lie. It's all high school teachers around America who want to sit in a building for a week in the middle of summer in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Yes, Hannah.
Well, for the actual DVD, one, but you're saying to have three in case.
Yes. So my suggestion, and a strong one, is to have extra evidence in each body paragraph if you can. Don't lose time on the AP exam trying to come up with extra evidence, okay? If it fits naturally and it flows naturally and you've got it and it's a topic, like they give you like the green revolution, and you're like, I know all about seeds and overpopulation. I got this. Okay, and parasitic cities and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I'm good on that. And deforestation. Okay, well, there's 4 pieces of extra evidence right there. But if they give you a topic like explain how the fall of the Ming Dynasty led to chaos in China, well, actually, that's really easy too. But
What was that one that we looked at like earlier in the year? It was like,
I don't know. We'll look at those later. Sorry. There can be some tough ones. No doubt. All right. Lucy, what do you got?
I said that like the extra we actually like narrow discussions sort of just like
Yeah, this is again, the extra evidence is your time to shine. Call it that. Okay. For those of you that are actually putting in the hour a night of studying, or 30 minutes to an hour, this is where your brain's going to kick in when you see the prompt, and you're going to go, oh, like my son goes when I show him a fish or something, or a duck. Okay. That's what it's going to feel like to you. And you're going to get that good feeling of elation because you studied. Anybody else on extra evidence? Okay, let's go to analysis and reasoning, what is called sourcing. I think I got rid of that for the people who have copies. I always wanted to look at it as sourcing. Ethan, what do you got? Good, good. So it shows how or why the document is relevant to your argument using the basic structure of the soapstone. Good. Jackson, what did you have there? Documents connect to what your answer is. Kind of, but remember, this is the biggest thing. If I were you guys, is don't forget it's point of view or bias. I like to use, like, again, they told us at the College Board training to get rid of the word bias or point of view and to use the word limitation. It sounds so much fancier and more fruitful. Okay. So if anybody's adding up how many times I've used the word fruitful, it's 7. Okay. But limitation. This document shows limitation because it's written from Stanley, who had a biased world history teacher and did not earn the perspective of the whole world. There you go. Okay. The because, folks, underline the because there. The because is so important. If you don't hit the because, you're going to do what every other teacher, now about 40% of teachers in the United States do, and they say, we'll just say that he was a rich white man or a lower class serf. Like, that's not going to cut it. Because he's a lower class serf, he wouldn't understand the perspective of the upper class and how they live their life. Okay, the because. Don't just say a industrial worker. So what? What about that industrial worker? Okay. So the because or why is the most important part of that. And you need to do that how many times, ladies and gentlemen? So the minimum is 3, but as I said before, if you can try it, if you get good at it and you get in the habit of doing it, you'll just naturally start doing it for every document because you'll find a bias in every document. Even on the random gold chest on the last DBQ they had, the Portuguese one, the random gold chest, like the picture of it to be biased because maybe it was somebody taking the picture who owned the gold chest, who was trying to show off their gold chest. Okay, so you gotta think a little bit outside the box on these as well. All right, lastly, this is a tricky one. How are we gonna get this point? Somebody who hasn't participated yet, and E-Ray, you get it. Good. So you're going to connect your event to something that happened at a different time in the same place or at a different or at the same time in a different place. Same time, different place, same time. And you're going to connect it by either comparing it and contrasting it, saying how something changed the same or stayed the same over time, or you're going to use cause and effect. Okay, one of those three historical thinking skills. I think if you do that, the reader is going to be very impressed, and I think you're going to have a good chance of getting a significantly higher score than the rest of America. Okay, now I know this served as a review, but is everyone on the same page? Victoria, are you with us here? Sam, you feeling this? Good. Mushi, you good? Okay. So if you, again, don't let this cause you anxiety because you know more than most people know. Okay. You should feel comfortable walking into this exam. You're not going to walk because you're in your own house, knowing that you know more than 90% of the students taking the exam. You're that much more prepared. Okay. Seriously. So that should make you feel confident going in and not scared. There's a difference, okay? Between scared and fear and confidence and following the game plan. Grace. The 20th. Same day. We're going to talk about all that later. That's not even on my mind, my radar right now. Yes. Yes. I mean, I think natural anxiety is exactly that. Natural fear is it can be caused by putting too much pressure on yourself. All right, so here's what I would like to do then. If you can watch on the screen, I'm going to do a different screen share, and we are going to go ahead and look at, I'm going to minimize this. All right, so what you have, and everyone has this at their desk, is a DBQ peer editing sheet, okay? This is the same one you've had before. Those of you online, you have this copy right here, okay? For homework tonight, what you are going to do is you are going to grade this essay that's right here, where it says DBQ student example 2019. Okay, so I did not print this off because I didn't have time to make more copies and my ID badge broke. So I had to use my stickers. But this is a DBQ. I want you to read it. And I want you to fill out the sheet, okay, that you have in front of you as if you were grading it, and then give it a score on the bottom and say why you gave it that score. Okay, everybody in class tomorrow. So this is all in classers. I'm expecting you to bring this back with your name on the top tomorrow, okay? Can I get a head nod, everybody? Sam? Okay. Those of you at home, I will make an assignment here shortly, and you can upload it to, you can just upload it to Canvas. I'll put the assignment on this page, okay? Katya, can I get a head nod that you're there with me? Good. All right. So, in the meantime, what I want to do then is turn the lights on and give everybody the opportunity to spend, your class is gonna have a little more time, about 14 minutes with their group. Just continue to talk about where you're at and make sure you're on the same page because we can't mess these up, okay? That went longer. Next period needs more time because they lost, remember, they lost 20 some minutes yesterday. Okay. So make sure you bring that back for homework. I'm gonna get everyone on Zoom in a breakout room. Jill, go ahead, turn them on, please. Thank you. And we'll do a breakout room. We got one. Assign automatically. Create.